in this mess because society's lost sight of what's most important. What matters most to me is my faith and my family. And I know I'm not the only one who believes that way. So we're joining together as God-fearing people to take the light into the darkness. It's hard to believe that Final Descent Outdoors is in its 9th season, actually making us the longest running TV show on the Pursuit channel. And when we started out doing this, we thought it was going to be 90% hunting and 10% business. And we quickly found out that it's actually just the opposite. And what I mean by that is a lot of folks don't realize that the hunting and fishing shows that you enjoy watching, we're actually paid programming. And what that means is that we actually have to pay the network. The network doesn't pay us. We pay them to air our show. And it's a lot of money. To pay for editing, closed captioning, and then to actually pay your network fees. You quickly get into the tens of thousands of dollars. And so we have to have sponsors and, partners that partner along with us, and we advertise for them, show their products, talk about their products to be able to pay the bills. And you know what? We've been blessed with some great partners that have allowed us to be able to do Final Descent Outdoors for nearly a decade. What's neat is when your relationships with your partners are able to develop and become way more than just a business transaction, but actually a friendship. And one of those partners is Real Avid. Real Avid's been with us for almost from the beginning, and we've become not only just a business relationship, we've actually become great friends with them. And this past fall, the guys from Real Avid, including Howard Tripp and President David Steiner, actually were able to come in and do a hunt with us. And our goal was to go out, get our property set up and ready for them. And that started even back in the summer, knowing we're going to be hosting some sponsors, setting things up, getting it ready. So when they rolled in, hopefully we'd be able to have some luck in our home state of Oklahoma.
So I'm sitting here with my buddy Howard from Real Avid. This little spot right here is a little bit sentimental. This is where Howard's son Tanner shot a real heavy old buck in here. What was that? That was his first buck. His first deer. Man, how long ago was that? That had to have been 7 years ago. Yeah, it was a long time. That'd be pretty cool to do it in the same spot. Yeah, send him a pic. Text him a picture and say, guess where I'm at? Guess where I am?
One of the ways we build relationships with these companies and go out and meet them is by going to trade shows like the ATA show or SHOT Show in Las Vegas. And this past year at SHOT Show, we were able to see some of those new products that Real Avid was bringing to the table for 2019. I got my buddy Bryant here. Give us a lowdown. You guys got lots of new stuff, make great products all the way around. But give me a lowdown on this right here.
So this is brand new, just released today, first day of SHOT Show. It's our AR-15 Armor's Master Kit. Comes with everything you need to build a gun from the ground up. So we have our Armor's wrench, we have our AR-15 Master Bench Block, our Smart Fit lower receiver vice block, our Lug Lock upper vice block, a torque wrench cut with customized numbers and settings just so you know what to torque to, a pin punch set designed specifically for AR-15s. We added some picks, so this is everything you need to build your gun from the ground up, customize it, make it your own, and get out there and shoot.
Real Avid makes a ton of awesome stuff. Another home run from them. Check them out at realavid.com.
This segment's been brought to you by Vortex Optics with the unlimited, unconditional lifetime warranty. Learn more at vortexoptics.com. And by these fine sponsors. This segment's brought to you by Covert Scouting Cameras, #1 in trail camera technology with unmatched customer service. Learn more at covertscoutingcameras.com. And by these fine sponsors.
We've got a lot of great bucks on camera with our covert cameras, and so we're excited to have Real Avid come in and rifle hunt with us in our home state of Oklahoma. We got Howard Tripp and Dave Steiner, two of the guys with the company. And early on in the hunt, I mean, Mother Nature just will not cooperate. We're seeing a ton of does, but in the song Oklahoma, when it says the wind comes sweeping down the plains, folks, that ain't no joke. Later in the week, we actually catch a little bit of break with the wind, and I'm heading to the blind with Real Avid President David Steiner, and it doesn't take long for the action to start heating up.
Holy cow, that is crazy. Dun, 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 dun. 38 hens.
Well, we've got a ton of turkeys out in front of us, and I look to the right, and here comes one of the bucks that we've had actually a ton of pictures of, and he's actually maybe the oldest deer we have on the property, and I would love to actually see what this deer looked like maybe 2 or 3 years ago, but he's old and he's mature, and so now it's just waiting till this buck gives us a shot.
That's the one that's missing his eye.
We got all these turkeys around the feeder, and so Dave's having to wait until the turkey's actually clear behind the deer so he doesn't accidentally shoot one of those as well. Turkeys are starting to clear out, and Dave is about to get his shot.
Good shot, buddy. Oh, that's unbelievably fun. You have no idea, man. You have no idea how fun that is. Beautiful.
Oh, he's just old, Dave.
Beautiful.
I mean, he's just so old. Just a warrior. We've had covert camera pictures of this deer from July when he was in velvet. All right, guys, I'm here with my buddy Dave with Real Avid, and man, this was an incredible morning this morning, huh?
Gorgeous morning.
Beautiful.
Great ending, too.
Great ending to it. This is the last day of the trip, and that's kind of how it always goes. We've hunted hard and we haven't seen a big mature buck, and this is probably the oldest buck we have on our property. Real Avid's been one of our partners for, goodness, 7 years, one of our longest running relationships, and so we appreciate these guys. It's not even a business thing, it's a friendship, and so I've known Dave a long time, and Howard and all those guys, so I appreciate you. I'm glad I could be in the blind with you today. Yeah. It just came together, man. Congratulations.
Thank you. What a great day.
Now the work starts.
Yeah, man.
We got to get him cleaned up. Huh?
Yeah, let's get going.
All right.
This segment has been brought to you by Hunter's Cloak, helping you hide your stink. Learn more at hunterscloak.com. And by these fine sponsors. This segment's brought to you by HHA Sports, the leader in single pin technology, made in America with a lifetime warranty. Learn more at hhasports.com. And by Automatic Manhood, the 6-week video-based Bible study series from Final Descent Outdoors. Order yours at finaldescentoutdoors.com. And by these fine sponsors.
Well, a week later, we actually have another set of sponsors coming in. We actually got Scott Nice with Guardian Hunting, and we have Andy Buchanan with Thorn Broadheads, and they're coming into Oklahoma. Rifle season has ended. We're back to bow season, and they're hoping that they can get it done with some archery equipment.
As you can see, we already got deer in the field. Walking in, we had 11 deer in here eating on buckblets in front of us. And now we've seen 3 more cows. So it's 4:30, and we've already had a ton of animals.
So when Andy with Thorn Broadheads reached out to me and started explaining to me a little bit about this broadhead, I'm going to be real honest, I was super skeptical. He started telling me, it's the most accurate broadhead ever created. It's got this patented hidden blade technology. It's this incredible expandable. It cuts on contact, and really just sharing with me about what all it does. But until I saw it in person, held it in my hand, I just couldn't fully grasp what all was behind this broadhead. But once I put my hands on it, I was 100% sold.
As I've stated before, I was a little bit skeptical about this Thorn Broadhead when I first heard about it, and until I was able to put my hands on it and see it, I was really skeptical. But how it works is the blades are actually held, you can see this little hole right here, by this little rubber dowel. It goes through, you cut the tip of it off so it's all flush on both ends. Actually, when it makes contact, when it hits the animal, this blade pushes back into the broadhead, and those blades actually cut through this little rubber dowel, and it makes the blades expand open. So this is the original Thorn. It's an 1 3/4 cut, but now they have the Rift 2.2, which is a 2.2-inch cut. The Thorn Broadhead also comes with this practice clip that actually hooks in, and it keeps this tip from going back in and cutting through the rubber dial. So you're actually able to practice with the exact same head that you're going to go out and hunt with. And then when you're ready to go hunt, all you got to do is pop off this practice clip and you're ready to go. So once I saw it in play, I actually was able to put my hands on it. Ever since, I've been 100% sold on this Thorn Broadhead.
So Andy drove all the way from the hills of North Carolina to Oklahoma. His first time to ever hunt in Oklahoma. And our first morning, we get into the stand, and it doesn't take long before our first deer comes in, and it happens to be a buck. And this old boy from the hills of North Carolina, he just happens to have an itchy trigger finger.
That's a pretty decent buck.
Andy makes a perfect shot on this buck. We decided to give him about 30 minutes and then climb down and see if we can find us a blood trail.
This segment's brought to you by Lane Shark and their innovative front-mounted brush cutters, proudly made in the USA. Learn more at lanesharkusa.com. And by these fine sponsors.
Now it's time for the Real Avid Tech Tip of the Week.
I just discovered Habit Outdoors, and it's now become like one of my favorite all-time hunting companies, simply because I get so much for my money when I'm getting stuff from them, honestly. I just bought the Habit Outdoors Buck Hollow jacket and pants, and I just want to show you guys some of the features of this stuff and why it's going to be my #1 go-to shell camo for this upcoming season. So whenever I'm looking for my shell camo, I don't want to buy something that's super insulated because I want to be able to wear this early season and late season. I also don't want to buy something that isn't going to keep me protected from the weather, because in late season I needed to keep, snow, rain off of me. I've worn it out in the rain and the water really beads up on it. It's got scent factor technology built into it, so that's great. I mean, like, it's not insulated, so it's obviously very thin. I can just bunch it all up. I can shove it in my backpack. They even have a duffel bag that I picked up, which doubles as a backpack, which is kind of cool. This Habit duffel bag is just a little bit unique. You got all the standard zippers, you got pouches, all that. The coolest thing about this though, you got this. 2 backpack straps. The other nice thing that I really love about it is it can just double as your camo bag. Just the fact that you can throw it on your back. You could even hike out to a spot with this. Really love this duffel bag.
This segment is brought to you by Woodhaven Custom Calls. Support our ministry by using promo code FINALDESCENT10 at checkout. Place your order at woodhavencustomcalls.com. And by these fine sponsors.
All right, let's go find us a deer.
Oh yeah, that Thorn 2.2 is in good shape. Well, I don't think we'll have to track too far. Look, laying right in that hole.
Oh, I see white belly there. He sure didn't make it very far, did he?
It's about 60 yards.
Maybe.
All right.
That's a double lung right there.
I'd say the new 2.2 is going to work pretty well, don't you, Bray?
I would say that's gonna work, buddy.
Thank you, Lord.
Well, Andy's got his first ever Oklahoma buck on the ground, first morning of the hunt, but he's still got a doe tag, and so I'm gonna take him into what we call the honey hole. It's about a 15-acre food plot, butts up to some heavy bedding area, perfect spot. It's got a ton of does that are always piling onto this field, and I go out and pour some buck blitz out in front of us at about 25 yards, be a perfect shot for him, and the wait is on for some of those does to come piling in and to find that buck blitz.
How's that for a Thorn Broadhead? She sprayed just as soon as that baritone. I don't know if we can show that on TV.
I can't believe that this head caused that damage. Honestly, like, Adam, you're the producer of the show. I mean, I don't know if the network's even going to allow us to be able to show this because it's so, I mean, it looks like a hatchet wound. I mean, you could put a softball in the entry wound. I guess we'll just see if this makes TV or if it gets cut.
That's pretty crazy, man. The amount of blood that come out of that deer.
It looks like we're walking up on a hatchet victim. Just you. That broke her leg. That's the entry. Look at that.
That's the entry. It's going to be hard to beat that.
You heard me, I saying wow. Wow. I could put a softball in that entry wound. Still got a complete pass through. That's wicked, man. We've developed some great relationships over the years with our partners, and some of those relationships have grown into incredible friendships, and those friends I know that I can call on really with any situation that comes up in life. Ecclesiastes chapter 4, verses 9 through 10, it says, "For two are better than one because they have a good return for their work. If one falls down, his friend can help him up, but pity the one who falls and has no one to help him up." You know, in life, we're just so busy. I mean, with kids and work and activities, and you know, it's easy to get so caught up in our own world that we forget to be the friend that God's called us to be. Do you have a friend or a friendship that you've neglected? Maybe, today God's convicted you to say, you know what, there's some folks in your life that have been there for you, but you haven't been there for them, and you're not being the friend that you need to be. You know what, life's hard, man. Things come along. We have hurts and hiccups along the way, and we need people beside us, walking with us, to help us through the good and the bad that this life throws at us. Maybe today you realized you haven't been the friend that you need to be. You've neglected some relationships just because you've been busy and caught up in your own life. I want you to know that it's never too late to be the friend that God's called you to be. If we can help you in any way in your spiritual walk, encouraging you, praying for you, we want to be able to do that. Go to our website. You can send us an email. You can go to Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, shoot us a message there. Let us know how we can be praying and encouraging you in your spiritual walk. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you next week.
Bailey's Outdoor Shop is the official taxidermist of Final Descent Outdoors. Closed captioning brought to you by Real Avid.
Strut your stuff!